Dennis Roach called you up, didn't he? Because he had a guy called Sasa Popovic. You went over to Zaragoza, and this is where you saw one of the finest players that you ever dealt with, I think, wasn't it? In Radomir Antić.
Yes, indeed. Yes, Radomir Antic. What happened was Roach rang me. He was a notorious agent, or he became a notorious agent. No one liked dealing with him, and he caused problems to so many chairmen later on when he was inducing his players to either leave the club or wanting more money. And so I came across him later on. But at that time, he had an office in St Albans. He rang me. He told me Jim Smith, the manager of wherever he was at the time, I can't remember, was going to go to watch Zaragoza to watch this player called Antic, but he's had to call off. We've already got the tickets and everything arranged. Would you like to go? I said I would. If he's supposed to be a good player. I went to watch him and I was enthralled with his performance. He was outstanding. And so much so I went with this man, Sava Popovic, who was a very well-learned man who knew several languages. And after the game, rather than fly back early, I was so pleased with this player, and I knew I could get him for a very decent price, that I asked Popovic if he could arrange for me to see the player that night with his family. Maybe we'd go for a meal. As it happened, he invited us to his apartment. I think we had sandwiches and tea, and I was very impressed with him as a man. He was, and he had two young children. Very pleasant family. I could see he was a real family man. And the strangest thing of all, when I flew back the other day, having in my mind, I'm going to get this player all organised and signed. I'll go back to Luton and tell them we got to sign this player. And I was at the bookstore at the airport on the way back, and I was looking through the magazines, foreign magazines, of course. And there's this football magazine, Spanish football magazine, and on the front cover was this handsome Yugoslav who played for Zaragoza. It was Antic, and I thought, that's a sign from above. I've got to sign this guy. I've got to sign him. And we did sign him, and he was absolutely special as a person.